And Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey's got it teed up, and here we go now from Arlington at AT&T Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On second down, Trubisky. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
The anchor of this Cowboys defense is linebacker Sean Lee. Finished with 118 tackles despite missing 4 full games and the majority of another one in 2017. And you can absolutely see it's a different defense when he's on the field as opposed to when he's off of it. Agile, diagnoses plays well, and a fierce, fierce tackler.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Again, it's Howard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold you want to keep it.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now it's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming now. Here we go, 46. Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go. Wide eight. It's coming now. Here you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. offense now getting ready to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Hey, you got 3. Let's go. This thing's now. Here we go. Wide 8, 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Switch up. Check 59. Gun. 46. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go. 53. Switch. 26.
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Going to 53.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby. Come on. But no dice that time.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Let's go.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll pitch it out to Elliott, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Then we're going to 53. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Switch. Switch and hey.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Sam Acho in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Prescott now. He's going to fire one. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go, 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hey, switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hey, check. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 8.
They try again with Scarborough. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Wide 8. 56.
Prescott off play action. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys are in for 6. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the fourth quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them locked on their heels.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. Touchdown, Chicago! Kevin White, 44 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go. 1, 8. Here we go. Count.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Time for a break. Already. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 1, 8. Go. Get out there. Switch. Hey.
Now Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He's back to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization. Because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Prescott. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. He's going to let it fly. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Trubisky now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. One last shot for Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they